On a cloudy and gloomy Saturday morning here at Mustang Stadium, we have non-conference action here for West Perry girls soccer as they are taking on the Juniata Indians on the day of the Tuscarora 50 race at Port Royal Speedway later tonight. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics, here for what should be a good one between the Mustangs and the Lady Indians. West Perry comes to this game 2-2 overall. They started the year 2-0, but then back-to-back losses for West Perry in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. West Perry is coming off a tough 2-1 loss this past Wednesday at Boiling Springs, while Juniata comes to this game 2-1 overall, 1-0 in the Tri-Fighter League. Juniata coming off a dominant 6-1 victory this past Thursday at home against St. Joseph's Catholic Academy. As we are underway here, and while we are underway, we realize that the microphone was not set for the starting lineups, but we have them for you here anyway. For Juniata, out there on the field, you got Emma Orange, Amelia Smith, Abigail Barrier, Haley Muma, Mariska Bayward, Reagan Lowry, Emerson Freed, Mallory Garver, Thea Bayward, Miley Landis, and Sarah Montoya. That's the starting 11 for the Juniata Indians. The starting 11 for the Mustangs: Jalen Kell, freshman starter for the Mustangs, wearing number 1, and Madison Barch, Taylor Lufer, Sydney Sando, Jaden Jones, Abby Hurd, Deanna Chubb, Emily Sheriff, Susie Gleason, Greer Bowles, and Caitlin Leber is at the goal for the Mustangs. And Caitlin Leber, Mustangs are in early trouble here, but the Mustangs, Caitlin Leber, senior goalkeeper, has the ball. Game time temperature to start here right at 70 degrees. It's a little bit on the muggy side. We had a couple of storms last night in the middle of the night. They woke me up a little bit around 3 or 4 o'clock last night. And substitution now being played in now for the Mustangs as Addison Sarens is on the field now for West Perry. A little bit of an early substitution here. Tom Smee, the head coach for West Perry. Last year these two teams met, and it was at Juniata. Also on the day of the Tuscarora 50 a year ago. Deja vu, right? Only this time it's at Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs got a big win on the road last year at Juniata by a score of 2-1. West Perry looking for the same outcome perhaps. Maybe even a better score. A little closer than we won it last year. West Perry the first corner of the game. And a strong header by Taylor Lufer. Taylor Lufer didn't get to start in the last home game, but she is here starting here tonight. Or this morning, I should say. I'm used to doing night games, but 10 a.m. It's a little early for me. Back-to-back corners coming up here now for the Mustangs. This is Abby Hurd. To deliver the corner. Big player to keep an eye on for Juniata, and a whistle blown here. Time is going to stop, and that will be a goal. Great cross by Abby Hurd, and actually that was the score there for the Mustangs as Abby Hurd gets the goal. Gives the Mustangs an early lead here. Well, I missed that goal entirely. I was going through the rosters here. But a great goal nonetheless. And the Mustangs on the board early here. Just 3 minutes into this game. So now Juniata looking to bounce right back. This is number 2. This is Molly Landis, and her shot goes way wide for a West Perry goal kick. It was nowhere close. Beautiful goal from the Mustangs. Gives them an early 1-0 lead. West Perry looking for a clean sweep against Juniata in back-to-back days. Last night here at Mustang Stadium, West Perry football hosting Juniata, and the Mustangs were victorious in a rather closer game than we thought it would be, but it was 39-21 for the West Perry Mustangs last night. Juniata tried to come back from a 20-point deficit, 20-0 in the first half. They made a 5-point game in the fourth quarter, but then back-to-back turnovers, including a pick six from West Perry's Cody Erno last night, that blew the game open. 39-21 was the final. Good looking opportunity here for Sarah Montoya, and Montoya's shot goes right to Caitlin Lever. Juniata's been getting their shots, but none of them are going in so far for West Perry. Pass down the middle here to Jalen Cow. Jalen Cow with a couple of goals already in her freshman year. She scored one goal in each of the first two games. For West Perry, this is their fourth home game in 5 games. Last time we saw West Perry girls soccer here at home, it was a demolition derby for the Northern York Polar Bears in their last home game. Northern winning 11-0 in the last home game for the West Perry Mustangs. And now another substitution coming in now for West Perry, as Jalen Kell has got to go to the bench, and Susie Gleason is coming in. If you are just tuning in, you already missed a great goal from Abby Hurd on the corner. And Deanna Chubb lovely through a ball looking for Susie Gleason, and good clearance right there for Amelia Smith, the senior defender. And that ball cleared out. West Perry still with possession. Good throwing situation here for the Mustangs. Abby Hurd may be looking for a long throw in here. And so she was looking for Deanna Chubb, and Abby Hurd able to keep it in and cross. It gets intercepted and cleared out by Juniata. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. Capping up another busy week for West Perry Athletics. And we have a little bit of a short week next week for home games for all our West Perry teams. Here's Deanna Chubb. Deanna Chubb is looking for Susie Gleason. West Perry, that's something that they always go for, the through ball to have a potential breakaway just like that. But this ball gets blocked. Danger here. Through ball, and Karen Leber is going to come up with it. Juniata has been doing well on possession time through the first 8 minutes. By the Mustangs with an early 1-0 lead. There's a long ball intended for Allison Sarens. Allison Sarens, a sophomore for West Perry. And just a very gloomy start. Foggy skies here, overcast, clouds a little bit hang low. Susie Gleason looking for a long shot, gets blocked by Haley Muma. A long shot has got to go wide for a Juniata goal kick. Not a bad crowd here this morning for West Perry against Juniata. A lot of fans making a trip from Mifflintown to be here today. And West Perry home faithful coming up strong here this morning. Goal kick here, delivered by Muma. This ball cleared way back to Greer Bowles. Bowles is going to find Sidney Sano. Sano with room to run in front of her. Might be looking for a cross. He's going to go for it, and that goes off. Our goalkeeper for just a moment. That's Emma Arends. And ours clears the ball back and taken away by Madison Barge. Madison Barge has been doing very well on defense so far for the Mustangs this year. She had a spectacular game against Middlesbrough in the season opener. And this ball cleared out. Juniata not finding much of anything now as we approach the 10-minute mark. Feels like it's been a long 10 minutes, probably because of the goal scored for the Mustangs. That stops the clock every time until the mercy rule comes to effect. The mercy rule for girls soccer is 7 goals. There's Abby Hurd. And Madison Barge, with her big speed, is going to go right through in the middle and look for a long through ball. Too hard that time. Easy take for Emma Arends. High Bruin kick, intercepted by Susie Gleason. Back to Barge. And pass down the middle. I think it was intended for Sidney Sano, and not good ball handling there for Sarah Montoya, as now West Prairie's got to look to take advantage. A long cross has got to go past everybody. And it's got to roll out. No, will not. Good save there for Abby Hurd. And here's Madison Barge. Barge got to look for another cross. That was deflected, and a shot has got to go wide for a Juniata kick. Good strategy here for the Mustangs, as we are now over 10 minutes into this game. That's Abby Hurd, a senior for West Prairie, getting the goal. Ball cleared out. Low for the edge up. Intercepted by Landis. Landis got to take a long shot. That'll go wide. A little bit of a mist falling down here right now, but we're not expecting any heavy rain for this game. Substitution coming in now. Jaden Jones going to the bench, and coming in is wearing number 26, Rebecca Jones. There is no junior varsity game here today because Juniata doesn't have enough players for a junior varsity game, so varsity only here today. A long shot, not a bad shot there for Molly Landis, but just misses the corner of the net, and that will be a West Prairie goal kick again. Greer Bowles to deliver at this time. As we very quickly about to approach the halfway point of the first half. Here's Jalen Cal. No doubt she wants to get her goal scoring streak back at home. She had a goal in each of the first 2 home games. And here's Madison Barge. Again, Barge is known as a defender, but she can be going all over the field. She scored a couple of goals already in this season. And here's Jalen Cal. Jalen Cal with the knee brace and all, and she's a very strong runner for West Prairie, and a good shooter too. And she's only a freshman, which is a scary part for opposing teams. Now through the ball, no offsides call. Susie Greason might have a shot here. And good defense and good defensive stuff right there for Amelia Smith. Long shot's got to go wide for Juniata goal kick. And that was going to be a really good through ball. Great defense shown by Amelia Smith. Catching up to Gleason. Gleason scored a goal in the second game against Mifflin County. And she has been kept quiet ever since. Susie Gleason is senior. And here is Madison Barge. Barge with a high cross. It's got to go past everybody. Will roll out. No, it's going to be kept in and then kicked out by Juniata. And would have been better off to. I think Juniata would have been better off to just let that ball go for a goal kick. But instead it's a throw in here for the Mustangs. Abby Hurd looking for a deep throw. Well, that's probably 1-1 on the corner. And here is 1-1. And here's another throw in for the Mustangs. Here's Greer Bowles. And don't know who she was passing to there, as this guy get intercepted easily by Thea Bayward. Thea Bayward. Here's Madison Barch. And that were good defensive stop by Muma. Muma has been doing very well, catching up to speed with the Mustangs. And Cross gets cleared away. Westbury has been dominant possession through the last 10 minutes. And they have a 1-0 lead. Passing around here, and Jaden Cow has got ball's got to roll out. Westbury possession. The day of the Tuscarora 50, the biggest race of the year at Port Royal Speedway. For all your dirt track racing fans, you know that as the Super Bowl of Pennsylvania dirt track racing. The Circuit of Champions against the PA posse here at Port Royal Speedway. Here goes Madison March. I heard yesterday like Port Royal had races last night, the night before the 50, and they were able to get them in. But what blew my mind was we're talking to the Juniata football coaches yesterday. And it's a free kick here for Juniata. But Juniata, apparently the traffic was so bad because the bridge is still out at Port Royal, so traffic was been crazy last night. And because of that, Juniata School District got out at 12 o'clock yesterday. They got out of school early because of the races, which is really blows my mind. Why not us? I mean, we're technically neighbors. So, who knows if the traffic can get backed up on the Ickesburg Mountain. But no, I guess we're not that special for a Tuscarora 50. I'm sure there'll be a few Perry Countyans heading over to Port Royal tonight. Penn State football, it is game day for them, and Penn State football not on TV this time. Penn State's not very happy about that. The game for Penn State, 7th-ranked Nittany Lions taking on Delaware, is streamed. It's got to be streamed exclusively on Peacock. And that game will start at 12 o'clock this afternoon. Penn State head coach James Franklin was at Trinity last night watching Trinity Shamrocks taking on Wyomissing. A huge non-conference matchup right there in District 3 football. Wyomissing was down in the fourth quarter, and then they found a way back to win 35-34 last night against Trinity. Penn State James Franklin was looking forward to seeing his future running back, Messiah Mickens from Trinity, Penn State commit. I assume Wyomissing also had a couple of commits from Penn State on that team. And James Franklin flew in on a helicopter into Trinity last night. That's got to be awesome. I think James Franklin should come back next week when Trinity faces the West Prairie Mustangs at Trinity High School next Friday night. Almost halfway through the first half. See, I'm thinking about football. I start saying quarters. Here is Deanna Jubb. And good defense here for the Mustangs. Jalen Kell looking for a through ball, looking for Susie Gleason, and too hard of a shot that time. Too hard of a pass. And it's going to be goalkeeper ball for Arents. Juniata's had a couple of shots, but none of them are on target so far in this game as we approach the halfway point of the first half here. Here's Gleason. Gleason trying to fend off Abigail Barrier. And backwards pass. There was nobody there. Juniata possession. We have 3 home games. 3 games to broadcast next week here at Mustang Stadium. We'll talk more about that on the halftime report. But right now, here's our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. And today's question is about Juniata in spirit of the Tuscarora 50. So, your question for today: before joining the Tri-Valley League, what conference were the Juniata Indians in? Before joining the Tri-Valley League, what conference were the Juniata Indians in? We'll have that answer for you coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Park halftime report. I'll give you a hint on that one. Juniata left this conference in 2012. So Juniata is still fairly new to the Tri-Valley League. About 10 years now, actually, so I guess it's not really that new. Juniata winning 1 Tri-Valley League championship since joining the league. And now this is a great run here, and Gianna Joe was going for it, but instead of Sydney Sano taking over, here's Abby Hurd. Good defensive stop. And when you have a 1-0 lead, it is a exciting time when you have to lead in this game. Excuse me. Rain. I'm allergic to rain. Now, substitution coming in now for the Mustangs. 26, Rebecca Jones going back to the bench. And coming in now for West Prairie, number 30, Ellery Coley. Ellery Coley got the start in the last game against Bowling Springs, but here she comes in. Here's Jalen Cow. Cow looking for Coley. And hopefully no birds here today in the press box. Of course, that was during the boys' soccer game. I'll talk more about that during the halftime report. Here's Coley. And Coley with her speed, she is going to be called out. Ellery Coley, a very tall girl. She looks very tall compared to all these other girls on the field. And that was a good defensive stop for Abigail Barrier. Here's Barge. That's a Barge. Her pass goes to. Her ball just got too far away for her. Here's Deanna Chubb now. And Chubb looking for a through ball. Jalen Kell on the horse. On the run right there. And that is going to go out for a West Prairie throw-in. Great throw in here to Deanna Chubb. Yeah, Chubb looking for a shot, and she gets taken down. Her shot gets blocked. And Madison Barge puts down one defender. Long shot for Madison Barge. And it goes wide. Couple substitutions coming in now for Juniata. Over halfway through the first half, 24 minutes in. And the Mustangs have an early 1-0 lead. We might be getting confirmation on that goal, who scored it during the halftime report, because I have a feeling that who I said scored that goal might not be accurate. We'll get accurate information on that during the halftime report. There's Maddie Barge over here to Jalen Cal. Jalen Cal is the niece of West Prairie head wrestling coach Zach Kell. Earlier this season, I asked Zach Kell if Jalen might be interested in wrestling for the girls wrestling team here at West Prairie, and it doesn't sound like that she's very interested in that. It's all right. I mean, not many soccer players can say they were also a wrestler. And there are rumors spreading around about a girls wrestling team. As of right now, it's a club. It's not a varsity sport, but that might get changed here before the season actually starts. And that ball cleared out, missed by barrier, and now Ellery Coley is going to look for something out of it, and this is going to be a good run for Jaden Jones. Jones is going to keep it in and clear it out. West Prairie throwing. That was a really good run against Juniata defenders. A little too quick for the Mustangs. They did score that one goal off a corner, and so far it was the third corner of the game, 1 for 3 actually for the West Prairie Mustangs on the corner. Free kick being awarded here to the Mustangs. Free kick delivered. Here's Sano. Sano finds Gleason. Back to Sano. Or excuse me, that's Taylor Looper. And Taylor Looper takes a shot. And easy save for the goalkeeper, Arends. And that ball gets blocked. And it'll be Juniata possession. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for soccer? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. That is PIAA.org. Ball cleared out. Jalen Cal comes up with it. Cal looking for a long through ball intended for Madison Barge. And this ball gets kicked out. And I think it's going to be West Prairie possession. No, they ruled out throw-in for Juniata. I'm not so sure about that call. Ball wide out for a West Prairie throw-in. West Prairie bring in some subs. As Deanna Chubb is coming back in. Here's Susie Gleason. Gleason being well guarded by Emerson Freed. And a long ball looking for Jaden Jones. Jones going up the sideline, possibly looking for a cross. And she's going to find the cross for Deanna Chubb. Chubb with no one in front of her, and a shot, and great save right there for Arvins. Diving down, and she makes it. That would have been goal for sure if she didn't time that perfectly, and that is exactly what she did. Nice save. Westbury fans applauding that effort from Deanna Chubb and maybe saying nice things about that nice save. And this ball goes all the way back to Caitlin Leber. Yeah, very nice turnout here on a Saturday morning for girls soccer. As we approach the half-hour mark in this game, about just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Park halftime report, lots to talk about. Talk about last night's football game against Juniata, what we have seen this past week, and what we have coming up next week for West Prairie Broadcasting. And answer to our West Prairie Athletic Park trivia question of the game. All that and more coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Park halftime report. Also got to look for confirmation on who scored that one goal for the West Prairie Mustangs. And this pass easily intercepted by Taylor Lufer. Deanna Chubb is going to go for it, and back and forth blocks here. And good stop there for Arends. And this looks like a good counter-attacking possibility here for Juniata. And this has got to be taken. And shot, and nice save for Leber. Good shot for Molly Landis. And ball cleared out, and a long shot right there for Emerson Freed. Back-to-back saves for Caitlin Leber. That was very close for Juniata. Good counter-attack. And winds out and back-to-back good saves for Leber. And a high kick from Leber. And no foul here at Vantage Mustangs. And a long through ball. Deanna Chubb again too quick. And Deanna Chubb still going. And she's got time. She's in. Deanna Chubb makes it 2-0. Getting the ball, beating out the effort from Emma Arends. And the Mustangs, Deanna Chubb makes it 2-0 with 8:05 left to go in the first half. That was an incredible effort for Amelia Smith. Fending up Deanna Chubb. And Deanna Chubb with the slide tackle that goes in for a goal. Beautiful goal from Deanna Chubb. Sophomore for the Mustangs. She has scored a couple of goals before at home, and here she makes it 2-0. Easy save here for Leber. The Mustangs are going to get back on track, winning the first two games, but then losing the next two, including a tough 2-1 loss against Bowling Springs in their last game. And this is home game number 4 out of 5 games for the Mustangs. These two teams faced each other last year. That was also on the day of the Tuscarora 50. And the Mustangs had a 2-1 victory. Here's almost the same score. And we still got 47 minutes left to go here in this game. So still plenty of time for Juniata to get back into it. But home field advantage is looking pretty good for the Mustangs. Substitutions coming in now for the Mustangs. Madison Barge coming back in. And number 28, Emily Sheriff, is back in. This ball taken in by Mariska Bayward. And ball goes out. West Prairie throwing. Good run there for Kaylee May. Kaylee May normally on the junior varsity squad, but she's getting some varsity playing time here today. Once again, no junior varsity game here today because Juniata doesn't have the numbers for the JV game. So varsity only here this morning at Mustang Stadium. That probably makes a lot of fans here very happy. It gets enough time to get ready for Tuscarora 50 or maybe even the Penn State game. Penn State football hosting Delaware this afternoon at 12. Unfortunately, might not be able to see a whole lot because it's being streamed on Peacock instead of normally on TV. That snaps a very long skid of televised games for Penn State football. I'm sure Penn State's not very happy about that. Me especially, because with my Wi-Fi, I'm not going to be able to see much. A tip from the Golden Pirates of West Prairie Athletics: never get CenturyLink. And this ball now gets off of Aarons, and Aarons is able to wrap it up there. That ball almost got away. For just a moment, Deanna Job was right. Or excuse me, no, that was Emily Sheriff right up in front. Or Rebecca Jones, who just came in. Final 4 minutes coming up in the first half. West Bay Athletic Park halftime report coming up. Free kick here for the Mustangs. Barge from the 40 has got to go down the middle, and right in the middle of the pack there. And across has got to go past everybody. Juniata might just let this ball roll out, and indeed they do. Juniata throwing. So we know one thing's for sure: the second goal of the game was scored by Deanna Chubb. We're still waiting confirmation on who scored that first goal. I believe it was Abby Hurd, but I could be wrong on that, so we'll see. Here's Deanna Chubb. Long shot. It's got to go wide for Sydney Sano. Excuse me, that was Jalen Kell with that shot. Substitution now brought in for Juniata. Goal kick here for the Lady Indians. Good defensive stop for Kaylee May. I believe this is the first varsity appearance for Kaylee May this season, a sophomore for West Perry. Getting some varsity playing time here this morning. 2.5 minutes left to go here at Mustang Stadium. Here's Jalen Kell. Kell looking for a through ball. Looking perhaps for Lily Fabian. And Fabian losing possession right there. Ball taken by Laurel Stout. And this pass intercepted by Kell. Kell looking for somebody, and essentially gets taken away. Taken away by Sarah Montoya. The only freshman starter for Juniata in this game is Sarah Montoya. Two minutes to go here. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half. $90 to go here in the first half. Juniata looking to get on the board. Down by 2. Good opportunity here with a throw-in. Passing the ball back to Haley Muma. Muma looking for a long cross and a good stop there for Kane Lever. The cross was intended for Emerson Freed. And it comes with 1 minute to go here in the first half. Lever, pass here right down the sideline. And that ball rolls out. Rebecca Jones gets the call. Substitution coming in the final minute here for West Perry. As Lily Fabian is going back to the bench. And coming in is Allison Serens. Final 15 seconds. I don't think West Perry's going to produce a whole lot in the final seconds here of the first half. But West Perry's going to try nonetheless. And the ball cleared out. And that is going. A throw in here for the Mustangs. Quick to Sydney Santa. And that will end the first half here at Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs score 2. We're heading to halftime. West Perry with a 2-0 lead here at Mustang Stadium. You're watching West Perry Girls Soccer against the Juniata Indians exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back in a couple minutes for the halftime report here at Mustang Stadium. We are back here for the West Prairie Athletic Pirate halftime report. And we just got confirmation on that first goal. It was scored by Abby Hurd for the Mustangs. Do you know how hard of a shot that is? It was off a corner. And nobody in front of the net touched it. And there is actually a term for that. Do you know what that's called? It's called the L Olympic. And it's an incredibly hard shot to do, especially at this level. And Abby Hurd nailed it. Like, it was missed by Emma Arends, who was trying to cover it, but it took a big hop and went in for Abby Hurd off the corner. So that's your scoring summary. Abby Hurd with the first goal off the L Olympic goal. And then Deanna Jubb scoring the second goal. And that is our scoring summary in the first half. Well, we've been in a roller coaster of a week here for West Prairie Athletics. And our last broadcast was last night for West Prairie football. Not so much of a passing game compared to last week for Marcus Quaker last night. But West Prairie football getting the job done and going 3-0 for the third consecutive year, as West Prairie football beat Juniata last night by a score of 39-21. And this is the West Prairie team that's used to scoring 40 points per game. They were just short of that last night. But it's still a great game last night for West Prairie football. West Prairie football will be back on the road next week for the first of back-to-back away games, as West Prairie will be at Trinity next week. A huge matchup to open up action in the Mid-Penn Capital Division. West Prairie at Trinity for 7 o'clock next week on Friday night. Then on Thursday, we had a little bit of a surprise away game for a lot of fans here, as West Prairie Field Hockey was at Dillsburg this past Thursday night. A little bit of a rain delay for West Prairie Field Hockey against Northern, but in the end, the West Prairie Mustangs winning 5-0 on the road at Dillsburg. Northern was previously unbeaten at 5-0, and now the West Prairie Field Hockey Mustangs are at 5-0 to start the year. That game was broadcast live on the official Facebook page of the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Right now, go to facebook.com/WP Golden Pipes for all the latest content and exclusive broadcasts for West Prairie Athletics. Our next broadcast on Facebook will be next Friday when West Prairie football heads over to Trinity High School. We broadcast all regular season away games for West Prairie exclusively on Facebook. Facebook.com/WP Golden Pipes, the official Facebook page of the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. And our last broadcast before last Friday here at home was for boys soccer. Boys soccer with an amazing home opener this past Wednesday night against Bowling Springs. That's always a big time matchup when those two teams get together. And West Prairie Mustangs getting the one goal in the second half by Micah Weaver, and that was enough for the West Prairie Mustangs to beat the Bubblers at their home opener 1-0. And then we start off the week with West Prairie Field Hockey this past Tuesday, when West Prairie Field Hockey hosts Gettysburg in a Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup. West Prairie Field Hockey getting a big day this past Tuesday against Gettysburg. The final score was West Prairie 9-0 against the Gettysburg Warriors. We have another busy week coming here. A little bit of a short week, really, for home games at West Prairie Athletics. Our next broadcast after today will be on Monday, when we have West Prairie Field Hockey at 5-0 taking on Greencastle Antrim. The Blue Devils coming to town. Greencastle Antrim 1-2 record through 3 games so far. And field hockey for West Prairie 5-0. This West Prairie field hockey team is going to be very hard to stop. That will be our next broadcast on Monday at 7:15. Then next Tuesday we'll have West Prairie boys soccer taking on Greencastle Antrim. That will be next Tuesday here at Mustang Stadium. That game will start at 7 o'clock. And the next time we'll see West Prairie girls soccer here at home will be next Thursday, when the Lady Mustangs host the Shippensburg Greyhounds in a Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup. That will be next Thursday at 7 o'clock. And that's it for our broadcast for next week. Here's your answer to a West Prairie Athletic Pirate Trivia question of the game. In spirit of the Tuscarora 50 tonight, before joining the Tri-Valley League, what conference was the Juniata Indians in? The answer, Mountain Nittany League. Northern Pennsylvania, North Central PA, they face teams like Bellefonte, Central Mountain, Bald Eagle, Line Mountain, a couple other schools up north. I think Altoona was also in that league, but that's where Juniata played before joining the Tri-Five League in 2013. And so that will wrap up our West Bay Athletic part of halftime report. Abby Hurd with the L Olympic in the first goal, and then Deanna Chubb scoring the second goal for the Mustangs. 2-0 at the half. We'll be right back in 1 minute to start action in the second half. You are watching West Prairie Girls Soccer against the Juniata Indians, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the second half in 1 minute. Back here now, getting set for half number 2. I have a feeling if I have good video footage of that first goal from Abby Hurd, I'm saying that to Sports Center. That has to be a top 10 play all the way. It might be a little tough with college football this weekend, but hey, it can happen. Do you know how hard of a goal that is? Like it's incredibly rare, and it happened here in Mustang Stadium for a home team, which is absolutely incredible. When was the last time that West Bay soccer player scored an Olympic goal? Probably never. But Abby Hurd did it here today for the first goal. That's still incredible. I'm hoping I have really good coverage of that first goal video-wise. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen again. This long shot gets blocked in the back by Deanna Chubb. And Juniata gotta be wondering what was said to Juniata during our halftime break from Garrick Patton, Larissa Patton, and Ellie Sheps, the coaching staff for Juniata. I mean, it's definitely not over yet for Juniata, but they need to get a goal here to get right back into this game. And for the Mustangs, they just look to keep it going. Maybe get another Olympic goal. Might be the first time in history that 2 of our Olympic goals happen in the same game. And really, in any level, really. Rowan slipped right through her hands. Guess the ground might be a little wet here. And Rowan goes right off of Jen and Kel's hands. And again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. And Juniata trying to get something going. Madison Barge getting the ball away from Molly Landis. Landis has had a couple of good shots in the first half, as well as the rest of the Juniata team. But Caitlin Leber, the senior goalkeeper for West Prairie, has been fantastic so far. If this score holds up, then West Prairie in 3 of the first 4 games will result in a shutout in favor of the Mustangs. Last time West Prairie Girls Soccer was at home, it was a shutout for the fisting Northern York Polar Bears, 11-0 in that game. Ouch. But West Prairie making up for it here in a non-conference slate. Here's Maddie Barch. Good clearance there for Abby Hurd, the Olympic goal scorer. Yeah, Sports Center, if you're watching right now, that has to be a top 10 play. If not, I'm sending it on Twitter. Ball cleared out, West Prairie possession. This is Emily Sheriff. Maddie Barge with the throw-in. Greer ball is clearing it out. About to be taken away by Amelia Smith. Smith has been doing well defensive-wise. The only player to outrun Smith was Deanna Joe for the second goal. Good takeaway here for Sydney Sano. Sano's going to look for a long through ball, and on the run is Deanna Jubb, and on the run also was the goalkeeper Arends. Good one-on-one battle for the ball right there. Deanna Jubb possibly looking for her second goal. A long cross, and reaches Jaden Jones. And Jaden Jones still going to come up with it. Got to look for another cross, and a high shot, and that will not go in. Nice save for Arends. That was a good shot there for Jones, right at the edge of the goal line. And Sydney Sound clearing up high for Deanna Jubb. And never stop here. Mariska Bayward has been doing well defensive-wise for Juniata. Here is Bayward. And long through ball intended for Marley Landis. Landis still coming up with it. Good takeaway for Greer Bowles. Greer Bowles blocking the shot right there. A hard shot for Bayward. As we are now 6 minutes into the second half. West Prairie still with a 2-goal lead. 2-0 here. And Bowles able to clear that ball out. A long shot. It's got to go way wide. Not a bad shot for Haley Muma. And West Prairie goal kick is the result of it. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for soccer? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. Substitution now coming in for the Mustangs. Taylor Lufer now going to the bench. And coming in now is wearing number 2, Allison Sarens. Throwing intended for Sarens gets intercepted easily by Thea Bayward. Good clearance here. Here's Deanna Chubb. Ball gets past her for just a moment. Cleared out by Juniata. Susie Gleason. And, Deanna Chubb almost took a shot from the Juniata defender. Clearing it out. And now a good opportunity for the Lady Indians. And here comes the shot, and good block for Madison Bard. Still, ball is loose, and it goes out for a Juniata corner. Corner here for Juniata. This is the first corner of the game for Juniata. This is a very good opportunity to try to get back into this game, cut this West Prairie lead in half. Corner about to be played in, and it's high and a good header, but way off on target. Molly Landis with the header and pushes back for a West Prairie goal kick. And Sarens not giving that ball in. A good goal kick there for the Mustangs. And this ball cleared up by Jalen Cow. Not a bad run there for Mallory Garver. First time mentioning her name in the broadcast. And this ball cleared out by Abby Hurd. It'll go out. Good effort there for Jaden Jones trying to keep that ball in. And ball off of Sydney Sano, shooting out a throw in again. A lot of Juniata fans making the trip here from Mifflintown. Probably went to see some of the races at Port Royal last night. And now they're here at Mustang Stadium. Back-to-back home games for a West Prairie varsity program against Juniata. Last night, West Prairie football beating Juniata in their last non-conference game of the season. Almost hard to believe that we're already 3 weeks into the fall sports season. And really, we just got like 7 weeks left to go. It's amazing how time flies, doesn't it? On Monday, we'll have West Prairie field hockey against Greencastle Antrim on the 22nd anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center 22 years ago. It really is amazing that it's been that long since that dreadful day. And none of the kids in high school, like if you're in the school district right now as a student, you weren't even alive when it happened. But history moves on, and you just never forget, even if you weren't alive like these kids are today. I'll never forget that day. It was on a Monday, just like it is this year. And I was in first grade when it happened. I was in Mrs. Morrison's class at Blaine Elementary, and I heard a bunch of teachers talking out in the hallway saying, "Hey, you see what's going on in New York right now?" And, of course, the teachers didn't tell us anything, but we did get home from school early that day because of that. Like, you see the first plane going, and it's like, oh, man, it's just a terrible accident. Then you see a second plane crashing in, and then that's when you notice, like, okay, something's up. Now, when I was in Blaine Elementary School when that happened, we still had 6th grade classes there at the school before they moved over to the middle school, and the 5th and 6th graders, they were watching it. They were watching it happen in school, and then that's when they decided, okay, everybody go home. And, of course, they didn't tell us anything of what was happening to us 1st or 2nd graders. And then I get home, and the rest of the family is at home. They're watching it, and that's how I found out. 22 years ago. My goodness. Never forget, right? Never forget. And we have West Prairie field hockey game on Monday. And no doubt we'll have some remarks for that tragic day 22 years ago on Monday. That's also got to be our poll question of the game during that field hockey game. Where were you when the terrorist attacks were happening on the World Trade Center? Where were you? Were you at home? Were you at work? Were you at school? Whatever you were doing on that day, September 11, 2001, we want to know about it. We want to know what you were doing, where you were, how you felt after all that was over. This is going to be a really emotional broadcast on Monday for West Prairie Field Hockey against Greencastle Antrim. Here is Susie Gleason. Susie Gleason now. Fending off Haley Mumma, and Mumma able to get the pass taken away. And here is Mumma getting away from Susie Gleason. Susie Gleason in the last home game, and this has got to be offsides. The call, Addison Saren's way offsides. It was nowhere close. Susie Gleason was taken down multiple times in the last game against Northern, the last home game, I should say. And West Prairie trying to get back to their winning ways. Winning the first 2 games at home, then losing the next 2 games. And this is looking very good for Juniata, and that ball gets blocked by Taylor Looper. And Juniata throwing. And that ball will go out for a Juniata corner. Corner delivered by Mumma, and a high shot, and that'll go past that. Not a bad shot for Selena Marker for Juniata. Selena Marker, a freshman, getting some playing time in varsity here at Mustang Stadium. Actually, I take that back. That was actually a shot for Sarah Montoya, the freshman starter for Juniata. Very quickly coming up on the halfway point of this second half. About 4.5 minutes to go before halfway through the second half. 24 minutes to go here at Mustang Stadium. Yeah, good clearance here. This is Allison Sarens. Sarens looking for a through ball, finding Deanna Chubb, and too many defenders around her, and cleared out by Barrier. And this ball cleared out by Montoya. And there's the tackle and a free kick here for Juniata. Looks like the sun is trying to make its way out here. Very cloudy skies to start with, and a nice breeze is starting to roll through here. Hopefully that means we don't see any storms tonight for the Tuscarora 50 held at Port Royal Speedway. You know, one thing that got me going, like the weather forecast for this weekend, is not looking very good for those races. Like they said on the schedule at Port Royal Speedway, if tonight gets rained out, then they'll have it tomorrow on Sunday. But the problem is, it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. So I don't know, like if they'll just postpone it. Like you just can't cancel the Tuscarora 50. It's a huge race, $56,000 on the line for the winner of that race. So I don't. They might push it to the next weekend after that. I have no idea. I never heard of Tuscarora 50 being rained out before. Corner here for the Mustangs. Abby Hurd. Let's see if she can do this again. Abby Hurd, line drive, and that's going to go out for another West Prairie corner. Substitutions coming in now for both teams. Looks like Jalen Kell is going to the bench as well as Susie Gleason. Ellery Coley is back in. That's smart on the corner where you got the tallest girl, tallest player for West Prairie for this corner. Line drive is too high. It goes off the side of the net for Juniata goal kick. I think Abby Hurd was going for an Olympic again. This time she hits the side of the net. Hey, you can try. If it worked once, you might be able to do it again. Just maybe not in the same game. That would be impressive. Here's Harry Coley. Goes right through her legs, but it might pay off well as Jane Jones. Actually, Jane Jones shoved right there and goes too far ahead. And nice save for goalkeeper Emma Ahrens. A long shot then right to Ahrens. He had to back up a little bit. But a nice save for Ahrens. Ahrens kicking it out, and that's really got to go out towards the side. I think she mistimed that shot there. The sun is starting to come out now here at Mustang Stadium. That's a very good sign. The only problem is it's going to get really hot here in the next couple of moments. It was hot enough up here in the press box. Now it's really got to get hot. Ellery Coley, and that ball goes too far out. Trying to keep it in his Coley. Hey, good effort right there. Took a bad trip there on the pad here, on the pole vault pad here at Mustang Stadium for West Prairie Track and Field. But a goal kick nonetheless. Normally our West Prairie Athletic Director Ryan Anderson will be here, but he is participating on the Ron Shields Perry 5,000 5K race held at the Street Fair in New Bloomfield right down the road from here. I would have done that too, except I'm here today, and I couldn't ask for a better game. And here's a high shot off the side of the net. Not a bad shot there for, I believe that was number 10, Sienna Schomper. And it goes off the side. Actually, that was number 13, Jaden Jones. It looked like a good shot from up here, but it goes off the side of the net. Mustangs doing better on possession this time around. And the ball gets away from Tara Lufer. Here's Madison Barge. Barge going to take a long shot. It goes off the goalkeeper, and that goes in. Goal for Madison Barge. Mishandling the shot was Emma Ahrens, and that makes it a 3-goal lead. Madison Barge getting the goal. So finally a goal here, and Ahrens cannot be very happy with that. She timed it perfectly, but it goes off her hands, and it goes in for Madison Barge. That was a long shot, 40 yards out. And Mustangs extend their lead to 3 goals. 3-0 here at Mustang Stadium. The West Prairie Mustangs are 18.5 minutes away from getting back to a winning record here for 3 wins and 2 losses. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. You gotta feel bad for Arwins right there. She timed it perfectly, but I guess the ball just kept rolling around in her hands and it got past her. She tried to keep the ball out, but it was too late. And it's a goal for Madison Barch. Here's Taylor Lufer. Now West Perry, knowing what they can do from long distance, they might be going for more. That here they do, but it's going to go way wide for a Juniata goal kick. It's not going to be a mercy rule win for West Perry by any means, but hey, things can still happen. A mercy rule is 7 goals. They need 4 of them in the next 17 minutes. But I don't think West Perry's got to really care for that too much. 3 goals is a very comfortable lead, especially with the defense that West Perry has. Totally a different outcome for West Perry compared to their last home game against the Polar Bears from Northern. Mid-Penn Canonian Division is a very competitive division, and here comes the through ball and a long shot and goes wide for a West Prairie goal kick. I think Kaden Lever tried to save it, but a good thing she didn't touch it as it goes out for a goal kick. That was a pretty good run for number 20 for Juniata. That is Reagan Lowry. Reagan Lowry in the win against St. Joseph's Catholic Academy in Juniata's last game. Lowry scored 3 goals for a hat trick in that game. And for Lowry, that was her first shot of the game. And Jaden Jones tried to get that ball away. And this ball cleared out by the Mustangs, number 34. That's Haley Nickel, who just came in for the Mustangs on defense. Now a long through ball. Jaden Jones with her speed. This could be interesting. Alarisoli is wide open. Up in front. I think Jaden Jones was a little scared about offsides call, but instead it's got to be a West Prairie throw-in inside the 15-yard line. Throwing here, Deanna Chubb. Back to Jalen Cal. Cal was looking for a long cross, and it goes under Ellery Coley. Next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel, we'll see West Prairie Field Hockey back at home. West Prairie takes on Greencastle Antrim on Monday at 7:15. West Prairie Field Hockey is a very tough team to beat, ladies and gentlemen. They just beat Northern in their last game at Dillsburg. Northern was previously undefeated. They were a state quarter finalist in 2A last year. And West Prairie Field Hockey just dominated. I mean, that's what happens when you have 3 future Division I field hockey college players. Molly Zimmerman next year will be playing at Villanova. Autumn Albright just last week announced her commitment to extend her field hockey and education field hockey career at Penn State next in 2 years. Autumn Albright Jr. committed to play at Penn State. And here we go with a penalty kick, actually. And the clock should stop, and it does. We got a penalty kick here. This is Reagan Lowry. Reagan Lowry on a penalty kick. I don't think there was a yellow card, but a foul inside the penalty box This is the first penalty kick that West Bay had to face. Reagan Lowry with a shot off the top of the bar. Has a second chance, however, and she capitalizes with it. Goal here for Reagan Lowry. And the Indians are now on the board. Or wait a minute. The officials are now getting together. Is this goal going to count? But was there a foul? I think so. Juniata wants an explanation. And the goal will not count. A good second. I mean, maybe I don't think the ball went off the football goalpost here. If it did, that's out of bounds. But there was a second chance effort there. And play continues. Wow, what a crazy turn of events. A penalty kick goes off the top bar of the soccer net. And then a foul is called on a second chance effort. Big break there for the Mustangs. The shutout keeps going. Now you got to be careful here. And here's a shot. Got a bounce shot there for Molly Landis. Here's Ellery Coley. Yeah, that's tough. Things aren't just going the way. Aren't going right for the Juniata Indians. First, there was a third goal for the Mustangs off of Madison Barch. Madison Barch with a long shot and looked like it was about to be handled well by Emma Arends, the goalkeeper, but it goes off her hands, trying to keep it in, and then it goes in, or keep it out, and then it rolls right in. And now a penalty kick that goes off the top of the bar. Is that what happened? I mean, I thought it went off the top of the soccer post, but no, I guess that was the rule. It went off the football post, and any time it does, then it's out of bounds automatically. That's tough. That's really tough. Just when you thought you had a second chance effort, it goes off the football post. And now the sun is coming out by Juniata trying to get back here. A long shot, a good shot, but right at Caitlin Leber. A high shot, barely gets past the 30. And here is Susie Gleason. Susie Gleason looking for somebody. She finds Harry Coley all by herself. This is a potential breakaway. Coley's going to take a shot and gets saved by Arends. And that will be a corner for the Mustangs. Good shot there for Ellery Coley. All very excited as well as Susie Gleason about that shot. It almost went in. But a nice save for the Mustangs. And now here we go. Madison Bart's about to deliver this corner. And it goes high, and that will be cleared out by Juniata. Good numbers here for Juniata on this counterattack here. This is a 3-on-2 attack. West Prairie defenders coming up behind. And good job for the Mustangs. Going out on a great counterattacking possibility for Juniata. And I've heard trying to keep that ball in, but rolls out for a Juniata throw-in. Substitutions now coming in for both teams. Deanna Chubb coming back in for the Mustangs. A long throw-in. Actually, that's number 26, Rebecca Jones, who just came in for West Perry. A long shot. It was about to go way wide. Gets blocked unnecessarily. We are now in the final 10 minutes of this game. Juniata trying to prevent being shut out. Last year, West Prairie won at Juniata by a score of 2-1. And that is Caitlin Leber. Hang on. Nice breeze going right in the press box here. Oh, it feels good. Oh, it feels really good right now. Oh, man. Starting to see some patches of blue skies here at Mustang Stadium, so that's a very good sign for a tough score of 50 tonight. As Penn State football is 25 minutes away from kicking off against Delaware. Game time is set to start at 12 o'clock exclusively on Peacock. This ball gets past everybody and it'll be cleared out by Abby Hurd. And ball rolls out. I believe it was touched, and yes it was. It was last touched by Amelia Smith. And West Prairie throwing. Throwing here to Susie Gleason. Gleason being defended well by Sarah Montoya. And now, very quickly on the other side here. This is a 2-on breakaway. And a shot here. It goes right under the goalkeeper, Armins. And it's a goal for Sydney Stano. A great shot right off the corner. It goes under the diving Emma Arentz. And the Mustangs extend their lead in the final 9 minutes to 4-0 here. Yep, it is a 4-0 game. And Sydney Stano now on the board. Eric Coley gets taken down. And no foul. Here, a couple of West Prairie fans up here in the bleachers saying Coley probably tripped herself, so that's why there was no foul. I don't know about that. Yeah. She did take a while to get up from that, but hey, that's a sorry goalie right there. And Susie Gleason just clearing this ball out for a Juniata throwing. 4-0 here. 4 goals for the Mustangs. First it was Abby Hurd on an Olympic goal. Then Deanna Chubb, then Madison Barge, and now Sydney Stano. Make it a 4-0 for the Mustangs. That will definitely put the Mustangs way ahead. And a very comfortable lead in the final 7 minutes of the game. That was a great shot too by Stano. I mean, it almost looked like a good save for Arends. But finding right at the bottom corner of the net, squeezing it in for a fantastic goal. We have seen some fantastic goals here today for West Perry. Nice through ball here for Juniata. And pass it back, intercepted by Barch. Barch by Susie Gleason, back to Barch. Madison Barch about to be taken down. No foul, advantage Mustangs. West Prairie fans are looking for a foul. I think there was an advantage right there, which means that if a team gets fouled, but they still have possession, it is an advantage. The only time it's a free kick is when Juniata retakes the ball. But there was no foul there. And this ball, Madison Barch definitely not happy from that last call. No call. West Prairie fans were looking for a free kick, but they didn't get it. A pass from Haley Nickel. No junior varsity game here today. Juniata doesn't have enough players for a JV game. a bad shot, not a bad shot, cleared out by Laurel Stout. Juniata throwing. 4:40 left to go here at Mustang Stadium. And 20 minutes away from Penn State football. Port Royal Speedway announced that because of the severe weather, that the races will now start early at 5 o'clock this afternoon at Port Royal Speedway for the Tuscarora 50. Race gates open at 2 o'clock. Races start at 5. And Laurel Stout going to clear this ball out. Now throwing here for Juniata. Laurel Stout must have stepped out. Just not by much, though. 4 minutes to go here at Mustang Stadium. Coming up in 4 minutes, we'll have our West Perry Athletic Department post-game report, scoring summary for this game, and what we have coming up next. Also, our West Perry Athletic player of the game to be announced. And all that coming up on the West Perry Athletic Department post-game report. And I have a pretty good idea who is going to be our player of the game. Nickel clearing that ball out, trying to find Stout down the middle. Juniata taking over. That's Kaylee May. And May losing possession there. Good defense stop for Haley Muma. Here's Susie Gleason. There's Madison Bars. Got to look for a long through ball. She was looking for Ellery Coley. And a trip there. Advantage Juniata. And Susie Gleason again. We were talking a hard shove right there from Amelia Smith on Susie Gleason. I don't think that was intentional, but it's going to be Juniata throwing. 2.5 minutes to go. The Mustangs are looking for one more, perhaps. That's what the West Prairie fans want. They want a 5-0 win. A 4-0, very comfortable lead. I think what West Prairie might be trying to do now is to keep this shutout going. Juniata trying to get on the board like they were last year at home against the Mustangs. 2-1 was the final a year ago in favor of the Mustangs. Big football matchup later this afternoon. Alabama hosting Texas. Remember how great that game was a year ago? This time it's in Tuscaloosa, where College Game Day was this morning. This ball about to be cleared out by Madison Barge. Finds Ellery Coley. Coley missed timing the pass, but Coley able to get it herself. And Coley trying to keep it in and back shots and lays down flat on her back. Throwing here for Juniata. Oh yeah, USC and Stanford tonight too. That's a big game. I think USC is going to pound Stanford, but you never know. I mean, Juniata almost came back from West Perry last night. I'm guessing you're a USC fan? Nice. And Coley trying to get possession, but ball gets cleared out and all the way to Arbenz. Final seconds here. Wow, those final 4 minutes went by really quick. But the final seconds here at Mustang Stadium, the West Prairie Mustangs snap a 2-game losing streak, and they win here at home 4-0 the final for the West Prairie Mustangs. We'll be right back in 30 seconds for the West Prairie Athletic Park postgame report here at Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs win it 4-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here for the post-game wrap-up. West Prairie Mustangs coming over to salute the home faithful here as West Prairie Mustangs cruise to a 4-0 win against the cross-county rivals, the Juniata Indians, separated by just one mountain in the Appalachian Mountains. And scoring summary here for today, 4 Mustangs scoring 1 goal. 1 goal for Madison Barge, then Sydney Sano and Deanna Chubb. And our West Prairie Athletic Park player of the game with her Olympic goal that got the Mustangs a 1-0 lead early in the first half, Abby Hurd. Abby Hurd, a senior for the Mustangs, scoring an Olympic goal. That is an incredibly hard shot. Expect that goal to be in the West Prairie top 10 plays of the year. And we're still very early. But fantastic goal here. Also, we see some fantastic goals here today. Sydney Sano was the last player to score for the Mustangs, and she had a very nice shot. Madison Barnes had a yard from 40 yards out and went right under the goalkeeper, Emma Arentz. But nonetheless, a fantastic win for the Mustangs, and that's big-time momentum here. 3 out of 4 home games for West Prairie result in a win, and West Prairie now snaps a 2-game losing streak. And right now they are perfect in non-conference action. West Prairie beating Middlesburg 2-0, then he crushed Mifflin County 8-0 in a non-conference game, and now 4-0 against Juniata. All 3 non-conference games resulting in a shutout for the West Prairie Mustangs, all of them being at home. West Prairie now improves to 3-2 overall. They'll be back in action on Tuesday in a Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup. They'll be on the road at Greencastle Antrim. For Juniata, they drop even to 2 wins and 2 losses. Juniata will be back at home on Monday in a Tri-Valley League matchup. Juniata hosting Lion Mountain on Monday at 4 o'clock. Our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel will be on Monday, when we have the undefeated West Prairie Field Hockey Mustangs at 5-0 hosting Greencastle Antrim at 7:15 to start a never busy week for West Prairie Athletics. That's going to do for us here at Mustang Stadium. On behalf of our athletic director Ryan Anderson, our high school principal Christopher Casian, and our superintendent Jeff Coons, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from West Prairie Mustang Stadium. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Girls Soccer against the Juniata Indians, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score on this one, West Prairie wins it 4-0 here on Saturday morning at Mustang Stadium. Have a good night, everybody. I hope to see a lot of you over at Port Royal Speedway tonight for the 56th annual Tuscarora 50. Good night, everybody.